Good morning. I hope you're having a good, great, grand, wonderful day. But if you're watching this, it might be because you're still feeling a little confused or a little lost about these isometric, orthographic, and foundational drawings. So hopefully we're going to clear that up and make a little bit more sense out of this. Okay. Now, what makes sense is, of course, we got to remember that this drawing that I have right here, this image is not isometric. And why is it not isometric? Well, isometric means evenly. It's distributed evenly. I can see each side evenly. That I can see the front as much as I can see the right side, as much as I can see the top. And on these, I can see the front way more than I can see the top or the right side. So this is clearly not an isometric drawing, okay? And so, but what it is it's a drawing that kind of shows us 3 dimensions, so that way we can then draw an isometric drawing and draw some orthographic and foundational views as well. So let's get started. Typically, what I always recommend is starting with some kind of like front corner of the drawing. So I can either start, say, up here with this one, or I can start down here with this one. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the top one, okay? So I'm going to start with that one, and I say to draw a cube, you simply draw a hexagon by connecting 6 dots, okay? And then in the center of that hexagon, draw a Y. And then you can see you've got a cube. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, so now I can see the top, and I can see the front, and I can see the right side of that box right there. And so now I need to kind of build off of it. Now to get to this next one that's next to it, I can see both fronts, and I can see both tops, but I can't see the right side of this one. It's gone. It's hidden in between them. So I see the top by extending the top. So now I can see both tops, and I extend the front, and now I can see both fronts. So I got 2 tops and 2 fronts. Well, then I've got 2 blocks right beneath there that I can only see the front and the right side. So I want to keep seeing that front. So that front is right there. Okay. And that right side is off to the side over here. And then there's 2 blocks beneath there, but I can't see the front. I can only see this little bit of the right side. So I'm going to draw that, just that little bit of the right side. And then there's a box out in front of that one that I can keep seeing the right side. So I'm going to draw another right side right here. And I can see the front of those. So I'm going to draw that front right here. And I can see the top. And that top is right there. And I can close that in. Now, as I've said before, I don't think it's really helpful to draw all these extra lines. When you have a solid surface, like right here, this is all one solid surface, then I think it makes sense to try to not have too many lines. So I'm going to get rid of some of these because I think it's easier on the eyes if you have less lines going on. Now, I'm not going to mark anything wrong or anything like that, but I just think it's easier to follow. Okay, so it looks something like this. It's like this really thick looking L. There we go. Okay, so there is the isometric view of this shape. So now I got to think top view. Well, top view would be I'm looking down on it. So top view, what I would do is I would see those 2 that are really high right next to each other, and then I'd see the 2 that are out in front of those. Okay, so I'm looking at these 2 way up top, up here, and then the 2 right here. For the front view, think about it. For the front view, well, what am I going to be able to see? The front view, I'm going to be able to see these 2 right here, and then these 4 right here. Okay, so that's what I'm going to draw. So it's going to look something like this, like that. And then for the right view, I'm going to see these 2 in a row, and then the 3 above, or the 3 in line that way. And that's all I'm going to see. And so that's going to look something like this. And those are all at the same surface. So I can keep it and make it look like that. Now, the foundational view is just really simple. All you do is you draw the same as the top view, except you do draw all the dividers in there. Okay, so it looks something like this. And you put a number in each box of how thick it is at that spot, or how high it is at that spot. So these front 2 right here, well, those are only 1 block deep, so I put a 1 and a 1. But these right here, up top, those are 3 high, so I put a 3 there. And that's it. Okay, our next drawing. Here we go. Again, this right here is not isometric. So I need to start with either a top or a front box because I don't want to start with one that's deep that I can't see all the sides of. So I'm going to start with this one right here. Okay, so I'm going to connect my 6 dots, make my hexagon. And then I'm going to go, okay, the box behind it, I can only see the top. So I'm going to extend the top. And then the box behind that, I can't see anything of it. It's got one sitting on top of it. So I've got to go up to show that one sitting on top of it. Okay? And I can see all three sides of that one. So I'm showing all three sides. All right. Let's see here. Now, I've got these two that are kind of out in front. So I've got to draw 1, 2, there they are. Okay. And then again, you can have these dividing lines. I just don't think it's really helpful. So that's one of the ways that you can say this is an isometric drawing. But personally, I would try to get rid of a lot of those dividing lines because it just makes it more complicated. And so what I would do is I would try to keep all continuous surfaces just that. Keep them a continuous surface. So it would look something like that. Okay? I just think that's a little bit easier on the eyes. But if you want to have those dividers in there, that's fine. Okay, so then let's think about top view. Top view, it's going to look almost a little bit like the letter F. Okay, I'm just going to have this one spot right here. And then the front view, I'm going to see this front, and this front. So that's going to be really simple. And they're all at different levels. So they are going to be divided. And then the right view, think about what the right view is going to look like. I'm going to see this one right here. I'm going to see these two in a row at a different level. I'm going to see this one up here at a different level. Okay, so that's going to look like that one, and then the two, and then the one sticking up. I think, right? Like that. All right. And then remember, the foundational view is just the top view, but you show the thickness. Okay, you show all the dividers. Oops, I drew it wrong a little bit. Okay, divide it all up, and you go, this is 1, 1, 1, 1, and then that 1 right there is 2. Okay? All right, and this stuff is really simple. Let's take a look at another one. Okay? So for this one right here, well, this is probably our most complicated drawing that we have yet. We can see that there's this stack of blocks, and we can see there are 3 high back there, but we can't see the third one. We're 2 high right here. We're 1, and we got this 1 floating out front. Okay, so again, I want to start with a block that I can see all 3 sides of. So I want to start with either this one or this one or this one. I want to start with one of those. Okay, so I'm going to start with this front one right here. But before I do, I want to erase all that so I can see what I'm doing. All right, so I'm going to draw that first one by connecting 6 dots, making my hexagon, and then putting a Y inside it. And then going, wow, I've got one next to it that I can see that right side. So that's right here. But I can't see the top of it because it's got a block on top of it. So I can continue the right side up because I can see the right side of that next one. And then I can see the right side of the next one. So I'm going to continue that right side back. I don't know if that looks confusing. And then I can see the right side up above that one. Now those are all these right sides. So then I got to go, well, I can see the front of this one. And that's right here. I can see the top of this one. That's right here. And I can see the front of this one. That's right here. This one's getting pretty complicated. I can see the top. And that's right there. And then I've got this block out front, which doesn't let me see what's behind it. So I've got to come out this way. Like that. Okay? Now again, I would look at this and say, man, I've got way too many lines going on. So I'd be really tempted to just kind of erase some of the extra lines. And for some people, they think it looks even weirder without the extra lines. But I'm just trying to show that you can see these surfaces. It would look something like that. Okay? All right, so think about top view. Top view, I would see the top of this one, the top of this one, the top of this one, and the top of this one over here. So it's 3 in a row. 1, 2, 3. Okay, looks something like that. The front view, I would see the front of this one, the front of this one, the front of this one, and then this one right here. So it looked very similar, except that one block's moved. Look like that. And then for the right view, I'm going to see all these on the side right there that we kind of took a look at before. I'm going to see all of these. And those are all at the same surface level, so I don't have to draw divider lines there. And then this one's going to be at a different level. So it's going to look kind of like, let's see here, something like that. That'll work. All right, and remember, the foundational view is just like the top view. Okay, except I draw all the dividers and I write how thick it is. So it's 1 high here, it's 2 high here, it's 3 high here, and it's 1 right there. So that's pretty simple. Okay, and there again are the isometric, orthographic, and foundational views. And on this last one, wow, talk about complicated. But man, can you do it? This is not that hard. Again, I want to start with one that I can see all 3 parts of. So I'm going to probably start with that one out front. I'm going to start with this one right here. Draw my 6 dots, draw the Y inside it, and then I'm going to draw these 3 right there. Now they share a top. They're all at the same top level. So I'm going to extend the top so it's all at the same level like that. Okay? And then this one I can see all of, so I'm going to draw all of it. There we go. And that back one right there, I can just kind of barely see, so you can draw that little part. All right, after that, I can't see what's underneath these right here. I can't see them, but I can go up to this point. See, right now I'm drawing all this flat right here, but I could go up and try to draw this surface right here. So I'm going to go up, draw that surface right there. And then this one is at the same surface level. So I go up, draw that right there. Didn't need that little divider right there. Okay, and then I can draw the top of that one. So there's the top. I can draw the front side. There's the front side. Draw the top of that one. There's the top. Draw the front side. There's the front side. And now the top of that one. So that's going to be out here. And the front side. Front side. Okay. The only thing I have missing at this point is the top of this one and this little one hiding back there. So I can draw the top of that one, and there's another one hiding back there. Okay, and at this point, you can see all of them. All right, now for the top view, I'm going to see, let's think about this. I'm going to see a lot of blocks. Okay, now I'm going to see this one right here, and this one right here, and this one right here, and this one, and this one, all with dividers. There's 5 in a row right there. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And each one is at a different height. And then I've got these 3 that I'm going to see with this one. So I go those 3 and that one, and they're all at the same surface level. So I'm going to leave it open, but you can put dividers. For the front, think about it. I'm going to see this one, and this one all at different levels. 1, 2. And then I'm going to see the front of this one and the front of this one at different levels. So it looks like that. For the right side, think about what the right side is going to look like. Well, for the right side, I'm going to see all these different surfaces. I've got to have this one, this one, this one, that one, and that one are all at different surface levels. So those are these bottom 5 that kind of all line up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is all at one surface along with this. So it looks like that. And remember, for the foundational view, you just draw the top view. You draw all the divider lines in there. And you just put how thick it is at that point. 1, this one is 2, this one's 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And we're done. So hopefully this has walked you through another chance to practice your isometric, orthographic, and foundational drawings. Have a great day.